second stage of that pipeline of detention. And the idea for Border Patrol in their design was not to have detention. It was to catch, process, and return adult Mexican males. Now they're detaining, including children, and they can't move them onto ICE because ICE facilities are overbooked. And so those folks are swamped with this same border problem and are not available in the same numbers to go pursue visa overstays. You are not wrong about the raw numbers historically of visa overstays relative to coming across the border illegally. I would say that for visa overstays, all of those people had at least one vetting, whatever it may have been, to get an initial visa.
Sort of. I mean, well, not really, right? They got a passport. If you're a Canadian and you come into the United States, Canadians are the biggest problem. They're the biggest offenders.
The biggest exception. And that's true.
So no Canadian gets vetting to come into the United States.
For instance, I was in El Paso, and there is a lot of, there's two communities on both sides of that border. They spend time together. Those communities are related. They go back and forth. A huge chunk of the daily traffic is simply day traffic between the communities because they are together one bigger community. Yeah. We have the same thing on the Canadian border. You have a lot of back and forth, and we do have agreements in place with the Canadians, but you're also right. They are, for instance, in our intercorporate visas. Yeah. They're a big feature of what we're working on there as we attack some of the failures of that program. One of the many visas that has overstay problems.
Kevin, let me ask you about the border detention facilities. You are not responsible for them, is that correct?
We do not have any detention with USCIS.
But you are following the news. CBP just said this morning the facilities are at 400% of capacity. We know that an Inspector General report obtained by NBC noted that at one facility, 4 showers for 756 immigrants, a cell meant for 35 people was holding 155 male adults with 1 toilet and sink. We've seen the testimony of these kids. What does fair look like to you if this were your family? What would you like America to be doing as we face what you fairly are describing as a crisis? How should we treat people?
It has to do with this veil of mistrust between communities that come here all over.
I don't know. It seems doubtful that it can suck up all of that at one time.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see.
Get harder for candidates to make the debate, so Hickenlooper still in, but on the sidelines.
All right. Jeff, thank you so much. Sure. In a CNN exclusive, we're learning that House Democrats are investigating accusations by a State Department whistleblower that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and his family are misusing his taxpayer-funded diplomatic security detail. The whistleblower claims Pompeo asked special agents to run his personal errands, including things like picking up Chinese food and getting his dog from the groomer. We have CNN's Michelle Kaczynski who broke this story. And Michelle, tell us, is the Diplomatic Security Service responding here?
No, but we don't know that the secretary himself asked for these tasks. So we spoke to state, and they gave us these carefully crafted responses that took 4 days to produce. But basically, this whistleblower went to congressional investigators on a key House committee and said that there are these concerns within diplomatic security, or DS, about tasks that they're being asked to do, like picking up Chinese food, making them feel like they're, quote, Uber Eats with guns, or picking up Pompeo's dog from a groomer, or picking up his adult son from the station, the train station, and driving him to the family home. And under long-standing DS protocol, the secretary would be in the car during these trips unless there was a particular threat that necessitated these trips. So in one of the statements that the State Department sent us, they said that at no time did the secretary or anybody in his family ask anybody in DS to do anything that was inconsistent with protection. Does that mean that maybe his staff was asking for these tasks? Because they haven't denied that these trips took place. And in at least one of the instances, we did see evidence of a staff member of Secretary Pompeo's asking DS that one of these trips be done. The bigger issue, though, here, Brianna, is that this whistleblower says multiple people within DS don't understand why Pompeo's wife, Susan, has her own dedicated full-time security detail. This is unusual. And our sources say that in the past, if a Secretary of State's wife got a security detail, it would only be based on a particular threat. It would be for a short period of time only. And according to protocol, a specific threat assessment would have to be done for this spouse in a particular office within DS. And the whistleblower says that multiple people don't believe that that protocol was followed. They don't believe that there is a threat that merits this protection. The State Department said only that there is a high threat level surrounding the family. And they said that an initial threat assessment was done in 2018. Brianna.
Michelle Kaczynski, thank you for that exclusive. Weeks of extraordinary testimony, a bombshell admission, and now we are waiting for a verdict in the murder trial of a former Navy SEAL. We're going to have an update from San Diego on the fate of Edward Gallagher next.
Whatever your dream, just keep chasing it. In the Honda CR-V. With available features like hands-free access power tailgate, turbocharged engine, and sharp, stylish interior. The Honda CR-V Touring. Hurry into your Honda dealer to find a great deal on a 2019 KBB.com Best Buy.
So you have 10 years experience.
I do.
But no PhD.
First kid?
Here's all the numbers, food's in the fridge. Oh, and Lucas likes to pull on jewelry, so you might want to lose the nose ring.
By their second kid, parents are more likely